So, hello and namaste to everyone. As discussed in my previous video, today I am going to start with the topic Arithmetic Progression for class 10th NCERT CBSE course. And before I start with the topic or what is given in the book, I would like to explain arithmetic progression through some real-time examples, one of which is simple interest, which we have in bank, etc. or somewhere, and another is auto meter. So in simple interest, for example, suppose like there is a bank which says if you deposit 500 rupees, they are going to give you 10% simple interest every year. So for first year it will be 500, for next year it will be 550, for next year it will be 600, then it will be 650, then 700, so on. Similarly, in case of auto meter, if you have seen, I think mainly this is in Bombay, they have fixed fare charge. Like for first kilometer, they are going to charge you 15 rupees. And for subsequent kilometers, after that, they are going to charge you, suppose, 8 rupees or maybe 10 rupees. Then, if you have traveled for like a kilometer, you are going to pay 15 rupees. If you have traveled for 2 kilometers, you are going to pay 25 rupees. If you are going to travel for 3 kilometers, 35 rupees. For 4, 45, and for 5, 55 rupees. Something like this. So now if you see these both series, and if you subtract the second term from the first term, or the third term from the second term, or fourth term from the third term, then you will have a common difference, like a common number which is same for each and every subsequent terms. For example, in this case, it is 50. On the contrary, in this case, where it is 15, 25, 35, 45 and 55, if you start subtracting this, and then from this, then you will have a common difference of 10. So, these are some real-time examples of arithmetic progression. So, basically, arithmetic progression is a kind of series where it follows a fixed pattern in itself, and that fixed pattern can be in increasing order, can be in decreasing order, or can remain same. For example, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Even this is following the same pattern with each with a difference of 0. Well, this is the very basic introduction of arithmetic progression. Now, we'll discuss the terms which are used in our books and in our exams from our course books. Okay, so let's start with it. The first such term is, which is being used in our course book, is, just one second, is term. So as I give you an example, like let's just take the same series, 15, 25, 35, 45 and 55. Okay, so now each of the numbers in this list, like there are 5 numbers, so each of the numbers in this list is called a term. So term is basically each of the numbers in any particular list is called as a term. For example, this is the first term of the series, this is second term of the series, this is third term of the series, this is fourth term of the series, and this is fifth term of this series. Now we go to some other terminologies, which is common difference. So I hope you all are clear what exactly is arithmetic progression. Still, I would like to explain you the definition which is given in your course book at page number 95. An arithmetic progression is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term except the first one, which you can see from here also. I'm using the same example so that it is easier for you. So in this case, if you see, this is a list of numbers in which each term, this term, is obtained by adding a fixed number to its preceding term. So this is first number. When you add 10 in this, you get 25. When you add 10 in this, you get 35. Except the first one, because the first one is the number which is already given in the series. Okay. Now let's go to common difference. What exactly does common difference means? Common difference is basically the number which is being added to the preceding term. So basically the number which is being added to the preceding term is called as common difference. So in this case, the common difference for this series is 10, and common difference is denoted as D in arithmetic progression. These are some important terminologies which you should remember, and important symbols, because you won't have to write usually D, something like this. Most of the cases, in most of the books, you will find common difference written as D, which is equals to 10. So please take care of these small things so that you don't get confused in exam. Okay, and another important thing about common difference is that common difference can be both positive, negative, or 0. I would like to give you 3 examples so that you can understand in which series the common difference is positive, in which it is negative, and in which it is 0. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. In this you can see 10 minus 5 is 5, 15 minus 10 is 5, 20 minus 15 is 5. So in this series the common difference is 5, and that is positive. Now we can take another series which can be, like, let's write this in reverse order, and then we can see 25, 20, 15, 10 and 5. Okay. Now remember, you always have to subtract the second term from the first term. You can't do it in opposite way. You can't subtract first term from second term. Okay. So second term. So okay, I'm sorry. So basically first term has to be subtracted from the second term. So basically this is your second term, this is your first term. So you have to do it like this. The first term has to be subtracted from second term. This is correct. If you do it like this, 25 minus 20, this is wrong. So take care of these simple things, okay? So 20 minus 25 is minus 5. 15 minus 20 again is minus 5. And 10 minus 15 again is minus 5. So in this case, D is equals to minus 5, which is negative. And here D denotes, as explained previously, common difference. Now let's take another series. In this case, you subtract anything from anything, you are going to get 0. So even this kind of series, or even this kind of list of numbers, is called as arithmetic progression with common difference as 0. Hope I am being clear to all of you. If you have any doubts or questions, you can post in my comment section. I would be happy to answer them. Now let's talk about the general term of AP and the first term and second term of an AP. See, it is important that you understand these basic symbols, or you can say like the basic notations which are used to denote common difference, first term, second term, etc. Okay, so let's see it like this. As I give you an example of this series. Okay, I told you this is first term, this is second term, this is third term, this is fourth term, and this is fifth term. The way we denote the common difference of the series, in similar manner, we have to denote the terms of these series. You can't write it as first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term all the time. Rather, instead that, it is being denoted as A1, A2, A3, A4 and A5, where A1 means the first term of that list, A2 means second term of that list, A3 means third term of that list, A4 means fourth term of that list, and A5 means fifth term of that list. So, if you want to write the general form of an AP, how you're going to write this, please understand this. I clearly told you that common difference is when you subtract first term from the second term. So, A2 minus A1 is equals to D. A3 minus A2 will also be equals to D, right? This is the prerequisite condition for an AP, where when you subtract this from this, this from this, this from this, this from this, it should have a common difference which is equal to D. So A2 minus A1, D, A3 minus A2, D, A4 minus A3, D, A5 minus A4, D. So I will write it for you. Okay. A5 minus, got it? So now here can I write A2 is equals to A1 plus D from this equation? Can I write A2 is equals to A1 plus D? I'm just taking it to right hand side. I'm just taking A1 from left hand side to right hand side, and you should know about this rule. When you take any term from left hand side to right hand side, its sign changes. Like for example, if this term here is a negative, if you are going to take it to right hand side, then it will be in positive. So A2 is equals to A1 plus D. A3 is equals to A2 plus D. A4 is equals to A3 plus D, and A5 is equals to A4 plus D. Okay. So now, just look at these equations. 1, 2, 3 and 4. I have named these equations so that it is easier for you to understand. Now see, A2 is equals to A1 plus D. Can I write this A2 is equals to A1 plus D in second equation? Because here I have A2, right? So can I write A3? So for avoiding any confusion, I'll just remove this, okay? So see, from from first equation, I can put the value of A2 in second equation, right? So A3 is equals to A2 plus D, but from first equation I have A2 is equals to A1 plus D. So I will put this value here, and what I will get? A3 is equals to A1 plus B plus D, which gives me nothing but A1 plus 2D. So now I have value of A3, which is equals to A1 plus 2D. Now I will put this value in third equation. So what I will get? A4 is equals to A1 plus 2D plus D, which is nothing but A1 plus 3D. Okay, now the value of A4 I'm going to put in the fourth equation, where it says A5 is equals to A4 plus D, and A4 plus D is equals to nothing but A1 plus 3D. So A1 plus 3D plus D, which is A1 plus 40. Agreed? So if here you can see one common pattern. I'll explain that common pattern to you. A1 is A1. Second term is A1 plus D. Third term is A1 plus 2D. Fourth term is A1 plus 3D. And fifth term is A1 plus 4D. Agreed? So can I write it as A1 is equals to the first term and then agreed? So now you can see A2 is equals to A1 plus D. A3 is equals to A1 plus 2D. A4 is equals to A1 plus 3D. A5 is equals to A1 plus 4D. Now you can see one common pattern which is going through the series. If the term is second, okay, then how many common differences you have to add for second term? That will be 2 minus 1, D. Like how many times you have to add the common difference? If it is third term, then you have to add common difference 2 times to get the third term. If it is fourth term, you have to add common difference 3 times in the first term to get fourth term. For fifth term, you have to add common difference 4 times common difference 4 times in first term to get the fifth term. So can I write for general nth term, where nth term is something, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, anything. So can I write for nth term an is equals to a1 plus n minus 1 into d. This is very important and this is called as general form of AP. Okay, so general form of AP is simply this: A1, A1 plus D, A1 plus 2D, A1 plus 3D. But for finding out any nth term in an AP, and if you know the first term and common difference, and you have to find any nth term, that can be fifth term, sixth term, seventh term, then in n, you just have to put that value and you are going to find out that term of an AP. So this is a very important formula which you should remember. A lot of the questions are being asked on the basis of this formula. I hope you are able to understand how we have derived this formula from the explanation which I have explained to you.